Kronborg is a star fortress situated near the town of Helsingborg, immortalized as Elsinore in Shakespeare's Hamlet. The castle's story dates back to a fortress built in the 1420s by the Danish king Eric of Pomerania. The king insisted on the payment of sound dues by all ships wishing to enter or leave the Baltic Sea. To help enforce his demands, he built a powerful fortress controlling the sound. Kronborg acquired its current name in 1585, when it was rebuilt by Frederick II into a magnificent Renaissance castle. In 1629, a moment of carelessness by two workmen caused much of the castle to go up in flames. Only the chapel was spared by the strength of its arches. Christian IV put great efforts in restoring the castle, and by 1639 the exterior was once again magnificent, but the interior never fully regained its former glory. The entrance to the castle is through the crownwork gate. In 1658, Kronborg was overrun by a Swedish army after a short siege. The weak point in the castle's defense turned out to be the landward fortifications. Lovely Gate and the flag bastion that vividly represents part of Kronborg's history as a military fortification, as do the cannons just showing above the fortification wall. On special occasions, the 17 cannons, which are all from the 18th century, still fire salutes. Views of Helsingborg on the other side of the Öresund Strait from the Kronborg Castle. Panoramic view of Helsingborg Scania in southern Sweden. The Karnen on the left and the town hall bell tower in the center. Probably the best known symbol of Helsingborg is this tower. In this drawing of Helsingborg from 1589, you can clearly see the famous Karnen. Another notable building is the town hall from 1897. Video and pictures of the famous Kronborg Castle captured on June 25 from the Costa Luminosa cruise ship as we were sailing to Norway. The imposing courtyard. A lovely doll standing behind the window facing the courtyard. The tickets to visit 3 zones of the castle: the casemates, the royal apartments, and the castle church. The stairs leading to the casemate or military prison in the basement. The statue of Holger Danske, also known as Holger the Dane. According to a legend, a Danish king known as Holger the Dane was taken to Avalon by Morgan Le Fay. He returned to rescue France from danger, then traveled to Kronborg castle, where he sleeps until he is needed to save his homeland. Models of the royal apartments on display as you enter that section of the castle. The Queen's Gallery. Frederick II felt very strongly about giving his young Queen Sophie direct access from the royal chambers to the chapel and the ballroom in the opposite wing of Kronborg. The gallery was made as a convenient connecting passage. King Frode III Fredjegod, who allegedly reigned over Denmark in the period of the birth of Christ. Margaret I receives the Swedish crown from King Albrecht. King hangs in the battle for Rödebro before Stockholm. King Frederick I before the besieged Copenhagen. The ballroom was an important place at Kronborg Castle. When the castle was completed in 1585, the ballroom was the largest hall in Northern Europe, 62 by 12 meters. During the period 1618 to 24, Christian IV has the so-called Long Hall at Rosenborg Castle decorated with a pictorial program consisting of more than 30 large-scale paintings. The Rosenborg series was dispersed among various royal castles. Since then, a number of paintings have been lost in castle fires. However, 17 of the original paintings have later been identified, 15 of which presently hang in Kronborg's ballroom. Children off to school, the early 17th century. A banquet, 1622. The chambers of Frederick V. In 1760, the north wing of Kronborg was modernized to reflect the tastes of a new era. William Shakespeare's tragedy of Prince Hamlet is based on Danish sources. To be or not to be, that is the question. Hamlet is the most famous play in the world. Kronborg, Hamlet's castle. The Kronborg Chapel. In 1577, the building of the chapel was commenced by Frederick II, and the grandiose inauguration took place in 1582. However, the many-colored wood carvings that lend a special Renaissance luster to the room were still under completion in the following years. The castle fire of 1629 left the chapel virtually untouched. As Kronborg was handed over to the military in the 18th century, however, the furniture was removed. In 1840 to 43, the chapel was restored and the original furniture returned.